Without a doubt, the Alfa Romeo 4C is the most important Alfa Romeo for decades. Alfa has spent many years being messed about by successive managements, everyone with different half-cooked ideas, then quite a few more. Recently it has had its better-known values attached to B and C segment hatchbacks, the Mito and Giulietta, because that is where the money is. Yet no car in recent history has deliberately set out to embody Alfa values. The 8C Competizione helped, of course, but it was really only a concept made good. In truth, it is at least 30 years since Alfa Romeo has built a car for real people that directly and affordably expresses its values. This is the 4C's mission, and it is why it is so very significant. Nothing about the fixed-head, two-seat 4C better underscores its seriousness than the fact that its chassis is an extremely rigid carbon fiber tub weighing just 65 kilograms. This featherweight foundation, plus Alfa's use of a new, 22 kilograms lighter, all-aluminium, direct-injection 4-cylinder 1750 turbo engine, and a myriad more weight-saving features, mean that, parked in the street ready to go, a 4C weighs just 925 kilograms. That's about the same as a Lotus Exige. Given that the engine produces 240 bhp at 6,000 revolutions per minute, plus 258 pounds-feet of torque between 2,100 revolutions per minute and 4,000 revolutions per minute, its power-to-weight ratio of 259 bhp per ton is really something to crow about, matching that of many big-capacity supercars at more than twice the price and power. Small wonder that the Alfa Romeo 4C can top 155 miles per hour and sprint 0 to 62 miles per hour in just 4.5 seconds, while returning an impressive 41.5 miles per gallon on the combined cycle. As our figures show, a basic Porsche Cayman costs a bit less and goes a bit faster, but doesn't accelerate as quickly and uses more fuel doing it. More notably, the carbon tub puts the 4C on a level, in chassis terms, with the likes of McLaren and Ferrari, yet the 4C will set you back just £45,000 when supplies start to flow at a rate of 3,500 units a year before the year end. Don't get your hopes up, mind. Only 1,000 cars a year are earmarked for Europe, and about 200 of those for the UK. All 500 examples of the all-white launch edition have sold out already, and Britain's allocation of regular models for 2014 also all have names against them. Still, if you can't buy yourself a 4C for a while, you can at least admire its specification. It is a very compact coupe with a transverse mid-engine layout, carrying 60% of its weight over its driven rear wheels. It has a standard 6-speed dual-clutch automatic gearbox with paddle shifters. The all-disc brakes are by Brembo. The discs are specially coated to improve both initial bite and feel. The unique shape, created at Alfa's Turin-based Centro style, has been refined over many hours in the wind tunnel so that it has both negative lift at speed and a CD of 0.35, a low figure considering downforce creates drag. Oh yes, and the steering is entirely unassisted, and its gearing is high enough to let you take 90% of corners without shifting your hands from the wheel. When you meet your first 4C, your impression of it goes through several phases on its way to a confirmed opinion. At first you think Lotus Exige, because it's diminutive, just 4 meters long, has a transverse 4-cylinder engine, carries a great name on the nose, and its price is in the Exige ballpark. Then you'll notice a relationship in its haunch and rear air scoop shapes to a Ferrari F12. There's Lancia Stratos in it, too. Check those side window shapes, the semicircular windscreen base and the positioning of the screen pillars, and door hinges, unusually far back in the car. And all the time you're seeing echoes of the 8C Competizione, so influential on all modern Alfas. Afterwards, someone starts the engine for the first time and drives the 4C up the road. You hear that potent exhaust bark, Who says legal exhausts can't still inspire? And the dramatic wastegate chirrup and chatter as the ignition cuts at the first gear change. That part is reminiscent of a current 1.6-liter rally car, also turbocharged, small-engined and very potent. Spend a day with the 4C as we did and you'll end up deciding it's an individual that draws influence from whatever's good, especially if it's Italian, without owing too much to anyone. More surprises inside. The driver's door opens to reveal a considerably higher sill than most cars, although not as obstructive as a Lotus Exige, and made of carbon fiber, not extruded aluminium. Put your leading foot as far down the footwell as you can, slide your backside down the well-bolstered semi-race bucket seat, ours faced with pleasing Alcantara, and pull your second leg in around the door hinge. Too far back for easy access but sensible in every other way. First thing you'll notice is lots of naked carbon fiber, that's the tub, undisguised. The second is the simple, almost competition car aura of the interior, matte black everywhere and hard plastic on the dash, yet right for this car, from which driving purists can delete the aircon and audio. The doors have simple leather pull handles reminiscent of those in revered, stripped-out Porsche 911s of yore, and the floor covering is durable, not luxurious. This may not be quite what you were expecting, but it's right for a car whose big objective is low weight. There are wallet-like slots under the dash and between the seats for carrying things, plus a couple of the inevitable cup holders safely out of view under your elbow, but this cabin is built for simplicity, not convenience.